Hi everybody, Mega Gamerman X back at you once again. I'm here today with my friend, my pal, Rev, or Revolution, as we like to call him. And basically, we're going to be talking about, of course, the name of the video itself, Amusement Park Ideas. This whole Nintendo Land, like news thing that's been going around of them going with Universal and planning to make basically an actual Nintendo Land in a way. And we're basically going to give our ideas and stuff of like what kind of rides, what kind of stuff that they could have for this kind of amusement park. And yeah, so I guess I'll give it to Rev here to give his first one too. And go ahead, man.
Okay, first I just need to say that I hope that once we say all these ideas that people can help us like push them out, push them out like a baby. Like enough so that way we can try to get these ideas some support. I know it's not gonna happen, but man can dream. So I was just gonna say that I have quite a bit of ideas, so how long were you planning to have this?
A good amount of time, probably until just a little short one, but um, we can pull out as many as we can. So go for it.
Okay then. Um I guess I'd go ahead and start with the Fire Emblem Cafe and like basically have it like a cosplay cafe where people that are cosplaying as Fire Emblem characters can just serve you and get whatever you want, or even have shows or plays concerning Fire Emblem.
All right. Yeah, I remember that. So basically, guys, what he's saying is it is a dating cafe where you would dress up as, let's say, a Fire Emblem character. It would be male or boy, whatever. And you would basically go in with other people, I guess randomized, and see how that goes. Um, so basically, let's say if you have somebody dressed as Robin, and he decides to go with basically, I'm just going with the best shit right now, which is Tarja, and there you go. That's basically
Boo!
what. Oh my god, come on, man, Tarja, bro.
I don't like Doja.
Ah, but I guess yeah, that's basically what you mean, and it's a pretty interesting idea. Why not? It says, well, that basically comes from Awakening, mostly, but it's pretty interesting to have just as a little funny joke kind of thing to do, and I guess it would work for many people who especially like these characters. So yeah, that would be actually really nice.
And that's why I brought up the whole plays or shows type of thing, so that way, you could have acted out fight scenes.
Oh yeah, that too, right? So that would be really interesting to have. Definitely would like to even go to one, because that that just be funny as heck. But I'm gonna go and take the second one, and I'm gonna say basically a Pokemon scavenger hunt in a way, and I'm basically putting it in as Pokemon Snap, where there's gonna be Pokemon all over the park, right? You would have this camera where you would have at least, I guess, 25 pics to take, and there are 16. Basically, there are 25 Pokemon out there, so out in the amusement park. So if you spot one, basically all you got to do is just take a picture of it, right? And then they're gonna be, once you, I guess, are done with the day in the park and everything, and when you go back to, I think it would be just be like a booth or something, or like a entire like part of the building to be dedicated to that, to Pokemon. Basically, you would have where you go, you show them, you give them your camera, they look at the pictures, they try to see which Pokemon you've taken pictures of, and if you manage to take at least all of them, you would get an actual metal Pokeball, like an actual one. So of course this would have to be hard to find these Pokemon, and you would have to take your time, and mostly every, I would say, month you would be able to do it, but you can only do it once that month. So that way, after that month, they can change the positions of where the Pokemon are, and actually change the different kinds of Pokemon, because there are about over 700 Pokemon. So that would actually be pretty neat and smart to do that. So that way, no one can cheat and everything. And there would be like randomized patterns every single time. So, I mean, that would be great because I would love to have a freaking actual Pokeball in it, with like, let's say, even a plushie inside of it, of any type of Pokemon, or probably would just be random. But yeah, I mean, that's something that I would say would be great for the Pokemon side. If you have a Rayquaza roller coaster, it would make the most sense. But yeah, so you got one, Rev?
Well, considering the whole Pokemon Snap idea, where you're saying that you can just like go around the park and take pictures, I was thinking, with that idea, it would be more so like the actual game, where you're in a car, you're scrolling through the level,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just see Pokemon pass by, but instead it would be something like animatronics or something like that you take the
Yeah.
pictures of, and then it kind of be okay. Here's the thing: you have a whole line of carts, basically like how many carts are usually on a roller coaster? Like maybe 10?
About 10. Yeah, 10,
Yeah, so
11.
have just like 10 of those and just have them connected and go just in this different area, just, like grassland, desert, or a cave. And then you take the pictures as you're scrolling, as I said, with the whole animatronics, and the person that gets the most points um with the pictures of the Pokemon that they take will get a prize at the end, just like how you said with the Metal Pokeball. Like whoever gets the
Yeah,
best pictures determined by the CPU,
yeah,
just like in the
definitely.
game.
All right, that'll be nice. To have an actual roller coaster. Yeah, and why not just have like this little toy kind of Gunish, because you know how you can throw apples for them and everything, right, in the
Yeah.
game. You would be able to do that. There would be like these little sacks by the sides, and they would have apples in it. And basically just take one, put it in there. It's like one of those air guns, and then you fire it, and then it would fire at the Pokemon, and then that would at least kind of grab their attention in a way. Or at least if you hit them, they would act different. But yeah,
Like if
that
you
that
hit
would
them,
be
you
really
lose
smart.
points, I guess, whenever the actual picture taking's over.
Yeah, yeah, that would
But that
be.
wasn't my actual idea, though. That was just adding on to yours.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like the camera is connected to the coaster itself, and it would have like a little screen down there to show, right?
mhm.
And that way, it could show what kind of pictures you take and everything. So yeah, that would be really nice, especially to have some competition. Um, so yeah, that would actually be really good. Uh, yeah, and also something with Pokemon, I almost forgot about this, and this is the coolest idea ever, is actual Pokemon like battles where they can do this basically this holographic kind of thing with triangular prisms, where you can actually have a Pokemon battle with your Pokemon that you have on your 3DS, or what either it could be X and Y or auras, and you can bring those Pokemon out and basically battle them with other people, not just from the 3DS itself. You can actually see the battle happen within like this holographic kind of illusion that's happening within the prism. So that would actually be really cool to have. You would have them both on each side, and of course the winner would get something nice too. So that would actually be really cool to have an actual live Pokemon battle, and everything would be perfect. Of course, if you don't have your game, they would at least kind of put some battles there. Um, Also, it would be nice to have it with Amiibo, to where you can see Smash battles like that, in where you would get an amiibo or bring your own amiibo and basically battle it off with other people within that same kind of format. So that's actually something I just really wanted to bring up because that would be awesome to have actual Pokemon battles like that, where many people can see it except for just you and the other player. So yeah. But anything you got?
That's actually the next one I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
So
Got
I'll just
anything to
go with
add on
something
it?
else.
Yeah. All right.
Basically, you know how in these different amusement parks there's always the recreation area where you have all the food and the merchandise that you can buy and such. Um, Basically, what I think would be really cool is if they done like an Animal Crossing or like a Toad Village, but being like a shopping center where you can buy merchandise and actual consumable drinks or food or stuff like that. Then we can actually actually get an actual Falcon Punch that we can drink.
Oh
You
my
can
god.
get food based off Mario like mushroom cakes, though not actually made out of mushrooms,
Yeah.
and then food based off of different Kirby items, since Kirby's all about eating. And one thing with the whole Mario mushroom case is that it can be called Toadette's Bakery or something like that.
Mhm. Definitely. You can have like all this stuff coming in, and it would be perfect to have just an actual village from Animal Crossing. Yeah. Shoot.
Or Toad Village. Either one would work.
Yeah. Either one will work. Just gotta watch out for that cosplayer or whoever's gonna be inside that suit, villager. You gotta be careful, man. um,
Basically, Balloon Boy.
yeah, Balloon Boy. It would actually, yeah. You just reminded me about that one too. It's like, you're actually on like
Balloon
those,
Fight?
yeah, like that. They could actually make that work. I'm just trying to see where, they could probably make it where you're in this. It's like you're in a. Yeah, I don't know how it would work actually, but I mean, they could try to at least make it work with Balloon Fight. Um, if anything, they could bring out that game too, where in Nintendo Land, right? That Animal Crossing game too.
Yeah.
Make that also, where you would have like this kind of helmet on your head, and you would put like these little stuffed stuff in there, these little stuffed fruits. Um, yeah, they could do a lot. Trust me. They're like, all you got to do is really just look at Nintendo Land, and you got it mostly. Also, you have, let's say, Mario Kart have an actual Mario Kart track. Kirby, I forget Kirby. I can't believe I forgot. This is like one of my favorite
Warp
games.
Star?
Yeah, the Warp Star, right? Like Kirby's Air Ride, right?
Yeah, something like
there,
that.
there you go. Where you would basically be on a Warp Star, and it would be basically like bumper carts, but you guys would be actually battling for like points and stuff. It wouldn't just be regular bumper carts. That would be really cool. And there's many more, but I don't want to steal them all like that. So, you got anything else?
Quite a lot.
All right, go for it.
One thing that I really want to see is a Donkey Kong minecart roller coaster. It's made for that.
Yeah, that's true. So
I mean, the potential is there, and you don't like. It doesn't just have to be minecarts. It can also be those rocket barrels too. Like you can choose one of those two to have it for the actual ride, even though the whole minecart would make more sense.
Definitely. You know, what'd be also cool with the barrel cart is if like in the back it actually puts out like some sort of flame in a way. Of course, not an actual like big huge flame like it does in the actual game, just like a little flame. And yeah, that would actually be really cool, especially the minecart one. I would love that. And just to have it. I mean, we can't actually jump with the cart, but it would be amusing to see if that could work in a way. But yeah, I mean that is really nice. Of course, we got to also have the Captain Falcon F-Zero freaking roller coaster where it goes. That will be the fastest roller coaster there. You would be actually.
If it isn't, then I'm suing.
If it isn't there, man, it This is just a missed opportunity if they don't put it in there, because F-Zero works perfectly with a roller coaster. Roller coaster is supposed to be fast. They're supposed to be like acting like you're about to fall right off and just go swoosh right out into the sky. But this is what F-Zero, would bring greatness to a roller coaster. You would actually be in the Millennium Falcon,
Blue
and
Falcon.
or the Blue Falcon.
This isn't Star Wars.
Frick! I always get that mixed up. Yeah. Sue me. I don't freaking care.
But do you think that they'll use more than just the Blue Falcon? Like, I can't remember all the vehicles. Like, what Samurai Goro rides or what? I can't remember all the vehicles. There's so many.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they could add all the other rides too. It would be like you get to choose your ride, and then they would bring it out, and then there you go, you get to ride in it. But I would be in the Blue Falcon all day, and just to have that would be nice. Let me see, and it better go fast, because that would be stupid if it didn't. Of course, not F-Zero fast, because that's way too fast. But
what about Sonic fast?
Yeah, at least Sonic fast. Yeah. Let me see. Star Fox. I almost forgot about that one. Star Fox, where you would basically be in the R-Wing itself. It would be like this, not a roller coaster or anything. It would be you're in the R-Wing itself, and you're going through like this kind of ride where you're in it, and you got to shoot the different starships and different enemies that would come in your way.
And Andros.
And basically the final boss would be Andros. So, and you would actually have your, there would be like some kind of life meter to show you what's going on. You would be able to actually move the ship so that way you can go around it. It would be basically be like a round circle that you go around Andros with. And you would actually be controlling it with the wheel that they would have. And of course, on the top of the wheel, it would have the buttons to shoot. So that way it, be comfortable. So that would be really nice. And then, of course, there would be the screen where Pepe's just like do a barrel roll. And then I guess there would be like a button there where you kind of can do the barrel roll. There'll be like this other thing in the back carrying you. It would lift you up and then do one and then put you back down.
And have Slippy always crying for help.
Oh my God, no.
Yes.
I would not have Slippy there at all.
No, I want that to happen just to annoy people.
Oh my God. No, because I can't handle Slippy, man. I'll just be like, shut up. I'll just be like, man, screw you. I hate Slippy. I hate Slippy, man. I think everybody hates Slippy. I mean, no, everybody freaking hates Slippy. I mean, he's just so freaking annoying. He's like,
I think he's okay.
Like,
I really don't care for him that much.
How do you get into the Star Fox team and you always need help? What the heck?
Well, just look what kind of job he does as an engineer, but as for his piloting skills, I don't want to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. You got any more ride ideas out there?
In fact, I do.
All right, good.
Well, with the whole Hogwarts castle, and then with Disneyland, you have Cinderella's castle. You could have the counterpart, which could be either Hyrule or Peach's castle. And if it was Peach's castle, then you could have the paintings that would be holographic, and you just walk through them to go to different parts of the castle.
Oh, that'll be nice. That would be nice. It's like that would be awesome. Especially I would actually in that case go with Peach's castle, 64 Peach Castle. It would be big. It would be like huge, because you would have the different sections of the world. Of course, not every part of the section, because that would be too much. But you would have every single part of the castle. You can go through these worlds. Like that would be so awesome. And like just to have something like that, it would be crazy just to have the bomb world. And also, let me see what else would work there. The desert stage could work. The penguin, the ice world could work.
I was actually thinking of something more specific with the whole paintings. Like, Peach's Castle could be the centerpiece of the Nintendo part of Universal Studios, and then each painting Like it would be like extremely gigantic, so that way people can walk back and forth, but it would lead to different areas of the park.
Oh, okay. All right. I get you. And then like there would be stairs to like the top. I guess there would be like some kind of restaurant up there. There would be like a food court, and more if you go even more, there would be like I guess there would be a ride on top of Peach's Castle. Have that you know
Um,
that I just thought of it. That ride where you would basically um, it would be like you think you're flying in a way,
mhm.
but it's like you're all the way on top of Peach's Castle. It would be scary as frick because you're
Here's the
that high.
thing. I think it'd be kind of cool to have them do a Yoshi ride on top because it'd be a callback to Super Mario 64.
That's true.
I'm just saying it's a good idea.
Yeah, yeah, they can have a
Making
Yoshi ride.
references, it works.
Yoshi ride, yeah. Like how about that? Well, let me see which Yoshi ride.
Well,
Um,
I don't know specific. I'm just saying it could be Yoshi related.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
All right. I guess we
You
can have
probably
like
just look at
like
you'd
a
probably just look at Baby Pork and you probably just find some ideas there.
yes, Baby Park. There you go. You got that. That'll be for the little kids. Well, of course it says little Baby Park. Um, let me see. There at the same time there would actually be a track there of Baby Park for Mario Kart, and yeah, that would actually really work. That having the whole Peach's Castle thing, and then I would also like to have Rosalina's Observatory, okay, because that would also lead you to different places.
Even though I don't like Rosalina, I would have to agree with you on that.
How dare you? But it's all good. We're not having no waifu wars now. But yeah, I mean, just to have that because that observatory is huge. Okay, that place you can go upstairs. You can find probably another ride there. There will be a ride probably of going through, I guess, an actual like star bit ride where you kind of play a little game of like throwing star bits at the at the Lumas, and
I think that I can't even talk. That they can actually do something really good roller coaster wise. Basically, think of Space Mountain, but everything around you isn't dark at all, and you can like see all the different galaxies.
ooh, okay, I get you. Mm-hmm. I understand. You know what'd be great too? It's like you have a tube that would lead you to this open place, and it would look and basically that whole area when you're in that tube, of course it would be like a clear tube, and it's like those rides that go underground too,
Yeah,
and you can see the ocean and everything underground. That would basically how it would be, except this time they would have the whole area be like if you were in actually on the galaxy, or in the galaxy. So that would be nice.
like you could
Um,
also use those tubes, or in the case that I'm going to point out is like warp pipes, and you would
mhm.
have um trams that would be in the design of warp pipes, or you could even have like the spirit train from Zelda, and you can use that to transport yourselves to different parts of the theme park.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Spirit
Heck
train
yeah.
really isn't that likely. The whole Mario warp pipe thing is probably more ideal for them, but still.
Yeah, but it would be nice to have the spirit track in case. That would be, I guess, for the. It would be like a train that basically it would be an actual. It would act like an actual train.
Hmm.
The guy would tell you, all right, we're stopping here at this part of the park. We're stopping here. We're stopping here.
And
Um,
then the
yeah.
conductor would be Alfonso.
Yep, yep. The conductor would be him. Yep. Um, it would be Alfonso, and everything would be yeah. That would be nice just to have a little transport. That's basically what it would be, just the transport.
Yeah, you just
Um,
leave it to him.
yeah, just leave it to him. Leave it to Alfonso. Like they can name it Alfonso's Transport Spirit Train. I don't know, something like that. The warp pipes I would say are mostly for like an actual ride. So because I can't see it where it's like you actually go inside a warp pipe and then you come out somewhere else. But I mean, the warp pipe would be, I guess, used for like a roller coaster or something like that, where you would actually, or like even, how about this, a jungle gym kind of thing, like a big, huge one. You
Hmm.
know, it would be basically all Mario based, since Mario is like jumping and freaking doing all this stuff. You could do that. You fall down this warp pipe, you basically get transported to, I guess, a ball pit. You know, stuff like that. That would be nice. Um,
Or you could have a you know how where different amusement parks usually have bridges because they have more than one layer. You could have under the bridge, under the arch, it would actually be a warp pipe tunnel that you'd walk through.
yeah, that would be great. That would actually be really nice. It's just like you can do so much, especially with Mario, because he has so many ways of transport. Because let's say if you there's also a thing where it's like the vine that goes to the sky, right? Whenever you
Hit a block.
yeah, that one. And basically, it would be the vine would be there, and then you would be transported to the top of the jungle gym, which would be like all cloudy, and you could see like a blue sky in a way. Basically, it would lead to the top, so you would basically see the sky. You'd basically be outside, but on the top. And everything else is in the bottom, right? And it would be like a level of floors. It would be like World 1, World 2, World 3, World 4, World 5, World 6, stuff like that. Um, and of course, World 7 is always a cloud. That's like the last world before you go to Bowser. So the cloud world would be actually work really well for the roof in a way. So that would actually be really nice to have. It would be like you just go through the whole jungle gym and just have fun. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's so much out there that you could do with this amusement park. It's like Nintendo has so many possibilities of what they can do because of their IPs. And actually, I'm thinking about it now. They could probably do, yeah, basically 3D World would be the jungle gym in a way. Um, but yeah, and also probably you can actually have that Zelda adventure that you would have in Nintendo Land. You guys would go in with like styrofoam swords. There would be one bow and arrow, right? And then you can just go around in this area and basically explore and find the Triforce and stuff. So that would actually be really nice. And yeah, I mean, that's all the ideas I got. You got any more?
Oh, you have no idea.
Go
Trust
for
me,
it.
I made an entire list that we can go through.
I think we can go
So
through. We can go through a
this,
couple more. Yeah, go for it.
are you sure? Because there are a lot of good ideas in this one.
A
We have
couple, I
not
guess.
went
All right,
over.
all right, all right. How about four more? There you
You have to make it so hard.
go.
Um, well, we never did go over Luigi's Mansion.
Mm. All right, go for it. Go, explain how it would be.
Okay. Let's see how can it go. Basically, at Universal Studios in Japan, there is a monster, not Universal Studios, I mean, Disneyland in Japan, like wherever that is, I don't know, whatever it's
Yeah.
called. There's a Monsters Inc. attraction, and
Mm-hmm.
they just have the different monsters like Sully and all of them just pop out at different times, but instead of, just being there for the cheap thrills and scares and whatnot, jump scares, you can have a poltergeist, even though, let's see, how can this go? Basically, you have the poltergeist, you would, how can I say this? Have the ghosts, whatever you want to say, you can have the ghosts or the booze, either one. I guess really it could be dark and have like holograms, maybe.
I was actually thinking that they could do it where there would be like these little ropes that come down, and what's basically on that rope is like it would be like a kind of a magnet based kind of thing here, and what would be on there would be like this kind of rag, of course not a cheap one and everything, so that way you can actually suck up the ghost, but it won't just come down and then be like, oh hey, just basically take me already. No. It would actually like the ghost would actually move, so that way you actually have to run and chase it. You know.
So you basically
Um,
be drugged by a rope that was on the ceiling and would just like go in a certain path, and you have to try to figure out that path to catch it.
yeah, in a way, yeah. And of course, you would have the timer where it would be like at the moment where it reaches 0. That way you can it would just let go and then you take it. You know.
Yeah.
That way it could because I just realized that with the hologram thing, it would be really hard to do that. So something like this, and that way at the end you could actually see how many ghosts you collected. You know,
Yeah.
it would be easier. So yeah, Luigi's Mansion definitely. I would love to have that. I guess at the end you rescue Mario because Luigi's dead.
Basically.
Yeah.
One other thing that I had, and this is gonna sound a little bit too ambitious, but it's just something I really want to see. I want to kind of mix the Great Sea from Wind Waker and Isle Delfino into one thing, like just have Delfino Plaza, and the Great Sea kind of in a mesh in a way. You know those there are those attractions at water parks, where they have the wave pool.
Mm-hmm.
That would basically be the Great Sea, and right beside it would be Isle Delfino, and there you could do some kind of I don't know. Oh, I know what you can do. Besides, actually, that wouldn't work. That'd still be too ambitious because it would be just like with the whole flood thing with that one roller coaster in Sunshine.
Mm.
So that wouldn't work either. But you know what I'm saying? Like have the Great Sea and Aldofino kind of like mesh together in one area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally get it. You would have that, and it just reminded me. You just reminded me about water parks. Mario Kart 8, the water park track there,
Hmm.
would be perfect to have for as an actual water park, because you would, let's say there would actually be that ride. You know that ride that when you're underwater, there's like those toads riding that underwater ride.
Yeah.
Anybody? Um, so there would actually be like this kind of wall, of course, where it would block you from them, so that way no one gets hurt. But
Hmm.
while people are playing in the water park and diving through, they could actually see those people having fun in that ride. You know,
Yeah.
um, and that would actually bring out the kind of this way of everything's kind of connected in that way. It would just be like Nintendo Land and all. So to have that, and then you would actually have that huge round ring that you had to go through on the actual track. It would actually be where you're on that submarine thing, and there would be also a separate kind of tube for it too, so that way nobody gets hurt again. So yeah, there's plenty of ideas that they got to do this, especially with that one water park. Like that
Hmm.
one water park really brings out the whole entire idea of like whatever they can do.
Yeah, like
Um,
with the Ferris wheel, you could have each of the cars have like Waluigi, Mario, Luigi, Wario's like different faces and mustaches like plastered on them.
yeah,
It'd like be like a giant Waluigi stash, just like going out to the sides and just I don't know. It just seems like a good idea. But let's see. I have two more that I can
all right, go
say.
for it.
Um, let's see. What can I go with? Okay, so at Disney, there is this Pirates of the Caribbean kind of. It's a tour that goes through parts of the movies, well, parts of the first movie, anyways. Like at the end, where Will and Jack Sparrow with the whole uh, what's like with the gold coins and they with the blood and stuff. You'd have the same thing like that, but going through the events of Super Metroid, like a Zebes tour.
Mm, yeah, you just reminded me about that.
Because we
Yeah,
haven't
they could
talked about
definitely have that.
Metroid yet, so that'd be the perfect one.
Yeah, Zebus tour, and I guess you would actually see someone like playing a
At Samus.
Samus, going around just like doing all that stuff. Um, and yeah, that would actually be really fun. Yeah. That could actually really work. Like just having that tour of Zebus. Hmm. Yeah, that would be really nice. In a way, I also would like it if you could actually do it just like in Nintendo Land, because that thing gives so many ideas.
Hmm.
For especially how the Metroid game worked there, you would actually have the blaster with the counter on your back, and
Hmm.
of course one on your blaster, so that way you can see yourself how much life you have, and it would work as like a laser tag thing.
Yeah, it's too bad
But
we couldn't use Samus's gunship.
well, in a way, actually, that can work. On the roof, there would be people, like on the ceiling, there would be people there that would control an actual gunship. They wouldn't be on it. They
Hmm.
would control a gunship from the some kind of controls that are like on the rooms on like a second floor. They could see everything that's going on in the bottom floor, and they could basically help out with the team itself. So that really could work out actually. Um, and yeah, I mean, just have it like a laser tag thing, and you're good. And you actually have Samus's Buster. There would be like a little trigger inside. You just um, shoot, and then there you go.
There won't be lemons though.
Yeah, won't be lemons, won't be Mega Man's. um, but
And I know we discussed this before outside this podcast with the whole Mega Man. You
yeah,
know, if he was owned by Nintendo, have a Wily's Castle. We don't want to go into that because then you go off in a rant
yeah,
about
yeah,
what it is so much, and we just waste more time.
yeah. Um,
Because it's painful, I know.
it is. But yeah, just
But
having that kind of ride from Nintendo Land would be perfect. You could also have one where, let me see, Nintendo Land, Pikmin. I forgot about that. The Pikmin.
you could have
Would be,
like a modeled Garden of Hope.
yeah, Modern Garden of Hope. You actually have to go through it. You would have Pikmin in your bag, and there would be like this bag that you have, and you have Pikmin in it. You would have to put some of them in some slides. You have to put some of them in some. You have to shoot them in hoops probably, just to unlock doors. Uh, of course, because they really can't be animated. Um, Not yet. We're not in that timeline. But
Unfortunately.
yeah, unfortunately. But you know, just to have that kind of ride, or at least that kind of attraction, would be perfect. You would just have to find out what puzzles you have. Of course, you're on a time limit. I think you would have about like 10 minutes to go through the whole thing. It wouldn't be that long. So
That's maybe 5 minutes.
5 minutes, really?
Yeah, like to get enough people to actually do the attraction because just with this whole Nintendo thing, you know there's going to be a bunch of lines because especially when it opens up,
Yeah. All right.
like
Yeah.
they would really have to cut it down to 5 minutes instead of 10 because 10 just seems a
Yeah.
little bit too excessive.
Yeah, that's true. Unless they make people go in like like four in a row. You know, like four at a time. That would actually make sense.
I don't know.
But stuff like that. We got Pikmin. But yeah, I mean,
There's one that I really want to point out
uh,
because the resources are already there for it. Um, Basically, in the section of Universal Studios where it has everything that's Nickelodeon.
yeah.
I think you know where I'm going with this. Basically, you would also have Inkopolis, and then you could have like you would go into that tower
Oh,
and then just be like a um, paintball arena, but instead of using paint, you would use the slime that Nick uses, and that would be in the squirt guns that you would use.
oh, okay.
Instead of using actual paintballs, you would use the slime that Nickelodeon uses. And I mean, they would have to do like different colors besides just green that they use, but the resources are there if Nintendo can do some kind of contract with them to let them use that slime, have a recolor and all different stuff for Splatoon. It would be perfect.
Yes, yes, it would. It definitely would. I really would. Oh my god, that would work perfectly. You actually have the whole town there, and then you would go inside the pyramid. Or no, not the pyramid. The freaking the Eiffel Tower basically look alike. And when you enter there, they would give you everything that you need. You get to choose whatever. Of course, you can't have the steamroller because can't run over people,
No.
but you would have at least your choice of the sniper one or the
Splash Shot Junior, basically.
yeah, the splash shot junior. So and then of course the little stores there would actually be stores where you could buy little Splatoon stuff.
Hmm.
And yeah, that would actually be really good. You would have that mode up there also with the dojo. Um, yeah, yeah, you could do it definitely.
Because
So
with the slime that they use, I mean, it's washable, so you wouldn't have to worry about paint.
yeah, that's true.
It'd be less lawsuits.
Yep, it's like, oh, you ruined my fur coat. Like, why are you bringing a fur coat anyway? But
Well,
you
people
know,
trying to be stylish in Splatoon, so that's what's gonna happen online, anyways.
yeah, that's true. So I
As long as people
guess,
don't shoot each other in the eyes with the slime, or
oh,
ink
of
in
course,
this
there would be
case,
protective gear. There would be like a
then there would
actual
have to
like
be.
helmet, to protect, so that way people won't get covered in the eyes and everything. You'll have goggles too,
Yeah,
because you don't want to have that.
oh, I know what you mean. Like the goggles would be black,
Yeah,
and
it would be like
then
black on the outside.
then the protective helmet would be designed after the Inkling boy or girl.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you would have those, and everything would be a-okay. Um, so yeah, I mean, all I gotta say is you really just gotta look at what possibilities there are with each and every IP, um, and really you can come up with a ride on any terms. And I mean it, Nintendo. You better not disappoint me with this. You got so many great ideas, okay, that you could use. Even use these. I don't care. In some way you are watching this, I don't care. Just take it, as long as it will be a ride or an attraction. That'll be fine. You got to think, Nintendo. Just make sure you get it right. You put some of these things in there, and it will be golden. You have a beautiful Nintendo Land park, and there you guys have it. I mean, there's so many possibilities, and if there are any possibilities that we missed out on, make sure to put that in the comment section, and I'll make sure to look at that later, and definitely get back at you with that, because there are so many ideas that you could do. If anybody could come up with one with Kid Icarus, that would be perfect.
I do
Um,
have one.
oh, you do?
Yes,
All
yes,
right,
I do.
put it out.
Um, I have two specifically. One can be, kind of like a Kid Icarus interactive game, kind of like a shooting simulator, I guess you can say, with like the bows or the um blades or like the palms, different things like that. Or you
Mm-hmm.
have like a 4D attraction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would work.
Even though they most likely use that with Mario, but I want to see with Kid Icarus instead because I want to see Hades' troll face.
Heck yeah. I mean, it would be perfect just to have a Kid Icarus ride like that. And I guess if you could, because if you know those, that one, the whole, what was that thing called? They kind of announced it, I think, around last year, where they're making this thing that works with Oculus Rift, and you can actually move within it. You got to wear these kind of shoes in order to make sure you don't like run all the way off this platform. And you could wear like this virtual headset. You wear it, and you can actually go around the map and move with everything. There'll be sensors on your hands, like these little gloves that have sensors in it. You have the visor on your head, of course, and you'll be moving on like this pad where it's like it doesn't make you move anywhere else except for where you're standing. So, and it is possible.
Okay, you're
So
just making this way too easy for me. It's because that's perfect for Punch Out.
that is perfect for Punch Out too. Yep, that really is. So there's so many possibilities, especially with that. If they could ever get that, it's just Nintendo has so much. I honestly hope they manage to do at least two of these things, because it really would be perfect. And as we further progress through time, you never know, it would be even better. We would actually have like actual, like in Yu-Gi-Oh where they had the dual discs and they spread out and they had the actual holograph stuff. So that would work especially great for Pokemon. It would be the best thing ever to happen for basically Universal in general, and for everybody who has been playing Nintendo for years and really would love to be in these worlds. So yeah, like I said before, anybody who has any other ideas, go ahead for it. In the comment section, go for it, man. I'm all ears. And trust me, nothing is really that bad. Just make sure you have it perfectly aligned where people don't die. So don't put like Smash Brothers and you can actually do a freaking Falcon punch and then it would kill somebody. No. Just make sure you come up with a nice solution where it could actually become realistic.
Like they can do just plays for Smash, or like shows of some kind.
So yeah,
Like just have people cosplaying as the different characters, like actors, just doing that.
yeah. So that would basically be it. And yeah. So Rev, you got anything you want to put out there?
One more thing.
Huh?
I said one more thing.
Oh, you really do? All right, go for it.
Okay, and trust me, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
I want a real life Mario Party so I can ruin people's lives.
An actual Mario Party that could work too.
Like, who doesn't want that? Is the better question.
Just make sure you don't get punched on your way out. That's about it. So yeah, that would work. That would definitely work. Just make sure it's Mario Party 2 around there because Mario Party 10 though.
No, that or 9 for that fact.
All right, 9. All right, 9 would be there. But yeah, that would definitely work. Just make sure anybody who does it don't get punched on your way out because there will be those kind of people. So just watch yourself, okay?
If you're gonna punch anything, just punch the dice.
Yeah, just punch the dice, I guess. Just do that because man, oh my god, that's gonna make so many people angry. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll be out. And make sure to catch on with my live streaming tonight. I'm gonna be just live streaming whatever. I'm gonna be live streaming, I guess, The Witch and the 100 Night again. I just really want to finish this game. This game is freaking awesome. And yeah, I guess I'll leave it to that. So Reb, you got anything coming up that you want to announce?
Do I have to, or
No, really. It's up to you.
okay? Later this week there should be this Pokemon questionnaire tag video thing that I'm doing. Most of it is done. I just need to do the final stages of the editing process, so I hope to have it uploaded by at least Friday. And expect at least 3 people that I know to be tagged to do the same thing. Just saying.
All right.
So you better watch yourself.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god, but I'll be good to do a questionnaire like that. Yeah, so I guess that's it. And yeah, I really got nothing else to say. My anime channel's still lagging there because I'm so lazy, and especially today. Well, I'm just enjoying my birthday or whatever. So screw off. I'll see you guys.
Clapping for your laziness.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what happens when you finish school, man. You're just like, screw everything. But yeah, so I'll catch everybody later. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hope to see you next time. Peace. When I can get this.